Greetings Lemons, this is Alex from redlemonclub.com, and today I wanted to talk about a problem that you probably won't be surprised to hear is a very common issue for people that have started their own creative businesses, or people who work inside creative businesses, and anyone who's set out to be enterprising in an artistic and creative related field. And of course this applies to anyone who is entrepreneurial, and that is lack of money. Money is absolutely crucial to keep businesses afloat, keep them going, keep people who work inside them motivated, including myself. I need a constant cash flow of money. I would say, and actually I would absolutely reinforce the idea that cash flow is absolutely the number one priority for anyone who has had the courage to endeavor into starting a creative enterprise of any kind. You absolutely need to prioritize cash flow coming in and a steady, solid force of cash flow, source and stream of cash flow coming in, more than the quality of the work, the amount that you work, how hardworking you are, how productive you are, the people that you know. All of this stuff is important, but it pales in significance compared to the importance of cash flow. If you don't have cash flow, you haven't got the sense of, you're always worried, right? You're always kind of fighting fires without that cash flow. You're always worried about getting close to the red line. So motivation is the main thing. You need that fuel to stay motivated and ultimately creative. But it also enables you to grow as a business. And I find that, in fact, I know that businesses that do not grow, if you're just kind of hand to mouth and just sort of keeping level, you are going to be that is effectively like you are dying as a business. Even if you're staying afloat, you need that sense of growth, because business is all about forward momentum. And if you are staying afloat, or at least sort of just paying the bills and tucking away a little bit of savings, whatever it is, that's not enough for me. You need a steady, strong, growing force, source, stream of cash flow, because you want to keep that forward momentum. Otherwise, you're gonna be acting defensively with everything that you do, and you want to have that attack mentality with business. So cash flow is absolutely number one. And if you want to run a business successfully, you absolutely need to be focused on selling. Cash flow comes through sales, nothing else. It comes through closing a sale, having someone press that button on your website to say, yes, I want to buy, and then putting their credit card details in. That is what you rely on to have that cash flow and that fuel coming into your business to enable you to sustain yourself, stay happy, stay motivated, and stay with it, and ultimately creative and creating good stuff. You need people to be closing on those sales. So whether it's a service that you provide or products that you sell, you absolutely must be focused on selling. So ultimately, what I'm telling you is that to be the best in your field, whatever creative business that you're in, to be number one, which is what I always want to push people towards. You need to be number one in your space. You need to be aiming to be right up there. That you need to have that drive, that motivation to be the best and always be moving forward. And so to be there, you need to be focused on being the best salesman. Ultimately, I know that sounds kind of scary, being a salesman. It's sort of a sleazy idea, but you've got to start committing to get good at sales. And even if you hire someone else to help you with the selling, you as the founder or the main name in the business, you also need to be having a close eye on sales, and you need to be good at it. You can't avoid the importance of selling your stuff. You can't delegate all of that stuff. You've got to be kind of on top of it and aware of how it works and aware of what it is that you are creating in order to lead to sales as well. So to be the best in your field, you've got to be the best in selling, or at least one of the best. And that's a fairly easy thing to do in the artistic world, because so few artists and creative types like the idea of selling and don't want to do it. In fact, most people in the world don't like the idea of selling. Why? Because there's a risk of being rejected in selling. That's really what it's about. It's not about the selling itself, because if everybody said yes to your sales offerings, if you said, oh, do you want to buy my stuff? Do you want to buy my painting? And everyone said, yes, I'll buy 5 of them. Then everyone would love to sell. Everybody would love selling. But because there are rejections involved, people are scared of selling and they don't want to be involved. They don't want to, be associated with it too much. But if you want a successful business, you want a thriving business, you've got to be focused on sales as the number one result. You've got to have an eagle eye on your sales, and you've got to be aware of how it works, how the process works, how to sell and how to close those sales. So you've got to start committing to being interested in selling, accepting that it's going to be hard, accepting that there are going to be rejections involved, and getting good, starting to learn the craft of selling. I know that it sounds, oh no, do I have to? I'm an artist, I should be creating. I've got to, you know, if you're in business, you've got to face up to the reality of the need to be a salesman, a saleswoman, and being good at it. And that just requires you to spend a certain amount of every day learning how to sell. This includes the marketing. Marketing is really the actions you take to bring people to your products and services, where you then will sell to them in the form of, you know, it could be something that you write leading to a button that people click, or it could be a sales chat that you have with someone, or just a conversation with someone that you have that will then lead to them paying you money for what it is that you provide. You've got to get good at that stuff, guys. And I think back to my own sort of stumbles over the last few years as an illustrator and as a coach. One of the big struggles I had was when it was a few years ago, and I got hit by a massive tax bill, and I realized that I had not been saving up enough to deal with a huge tax bill that came out of surprise, and I found myself having to make a lot of money very quickly. And this is when I started getting serious about the need to sell stuff. And this is what got me into coaching. This is what got me learning deeply about how selling works and how to get yourself in front of the right kinds of people, and then make them understand why it is that you have value and why they need to exchange money for your value. And then how important it is for you to actually, you know, get them to buy the thing, because you can market all day if you want, and you can create an amazing personal brand and everything else, but if people are not selling, you are not getting any cash in the door. And that is what is really, really overlooked. I mean, it seems like such an obvious concept, but cash flow, and not just a one-off cash, you know, a one-off sale. It's about maintaining those sales and allowing those sales to grow and grow over time, which is where you come in. You need to keep that force moving. You need to maintain that interest in continually learning about how to get better at selling and how to get better at getting people to come over to your business and see your offerings and all that kind of stuff. But this is exciting because it means that, you know, it just takes a certain amount of commitment and a strategy behind it. You need to basically commit to learning how to be as good a salesperson as you can be. And maybe if you want to call it something differently to make it easier and less icky, then do that. But ultimately, you are selling stuff. You need to sell stuff. And it is absolutely vital. If you want to be successful as an artist or as a creative business, a designer, a writer, you've got to get aware and great at selling. And that's exactly what I did. This is what helped me make a lot of money very quickly, in such a way that didn't annoy people and didn't upset people. You know, I made money and it was always a win-win deal. And I turned off the coaching for a while to focus back on the illustration and Red Lemon Club, but I've now decided to get back into coaching a little bit here and there. I want to put together a course that's going to help you sell better and get more clients. I want to let you know that if you're interested in some one-to-one coaching with me, with regards to improving your salesmanship and improving the ability to get clients, I'm opening up for a very, very select few, like 5 or 6 people, a very special deal. You're kind of going to be guinea pigs for a new process that I'm putting together that's going to be like a win-win deal for both of us, but also a win-win deal for you and your own clients. So contact me now through the comments or through my email, alex@redlemonclub.com, if you want to hear more about this special, very, very limited offering that I'm putting together to help a few of you at very low cost. Learn more about the process of selling and getting clients. Let me know. This is not going to last very long. Just to let you know of the date in case you're watching this later, it's late September 2018. It's only going to be going on for another few days, so you may have already missed it. But let me know if you're interested. It might open up later on as well. Other than that, yeah, make sure that you stay connected on the Red Lemon Club newsletter for more ideas about marketing and growing your business and building the confidence required to make it all work. So thanks for listening, guys. I'll be here same time tomorrow. Talk to you then.